welcome back to my channel, Minimum Player Count. I am Stephanie and this is my thoughts video on Backyard Chickens. This is a deck building game and I do want to thank August Games for sending me this game to play and preview for you. So I'm actually going to be showing you some of the components here. Now, as this is a deck building game, you do have starting cards that you'll be playing, and you are mainly trying to gain chickens so that you can gain more eggs so that you can gain more points. Now, there's a lot of decisions in this game that I wasn't expecting. I was expecting, you would have a chicken card and you're just like, okay, I'm going to be, feeding them and watering them. But with the fact that you're able to have water storage is helpful, but you don't have food storage. So at the end of that round, when you don't feed or you don't utilize that food for those chickens, those cards will get discarded, which actually kind of dilutes your hand a little bit. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to gain more of those high level cards of water and food, so that when you do have those rounds where you're just like, I'm barely making it and I need to feed my chickens, you'll have those cards to play. Now, a lot of the times what I was doing is I was mainly focusing on my water storage, making sure I had a lot of water left over so that in case for later rounds I would definitely have enough water for my chickens. But food was definitely a different story, as I didn't always have enough food and that would make them unhappy. Treats were definitely a good surprise too. If you did get a treat that chickens particularly liked, that would help with that food shortage. But it is a balancing act with this, which I thought was really unexpected and pretty clever for this. I also like the fact that they really went into detail about each of the chickens, different kinds of chickens. I do know that there are different kinds of chickens. I'm just not specific onto I guess the differences between them, but I think it was cool that they highlighted that in this game, especially since it is a chicken grazing game. And the fact that you have these egg storages, which I think is clever. If 1, 3, and 5, so if you have 6 eggs, you place 1 in the 5, or 1 in the 1, or 2 eggs in the 3s, each signifying 6 eggs, but different ways to actually keep track of them instead of having a ton of different eggs that you're trying to, control and you're on your board. I do want to also say I really liked the art on the cards, and I think that was very clever on how they did that with notifying the blue ribbons, the kinds of chickens, and the different kinds of food on there. There's a lot of information on just that card, but they did it very well to make it not so overwhelming when you're looking at it. I did enjoy playing it as a deck builder. I do enjoy deck building games, and this definitely has a new and refreshing theme to it where you're like, why would I want to raise eggs but raise chickens, not eggs? What came first? So again, I do want to thank August Games for sending me this. This is currently out on Kickstarter. I would say definitely check it out. I was pleasantly surprised by the theme and by the actual mechanics of this, and that it was actually difficult enough for me to say, this is not just a game for intro gamers. This is something that advanced gamers can play and actually have a hard time with because of the different challenges of trying to make sure you're utilizing getting enough chickens, but also not too much where you actually lose a chicken or they run away because you can't feed them or water them. But check them out on Kickstarter. I will link that down below. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions about my thoughts video or how this game plays or other recommendations of deck builders, make sure to please leave those in the comments below. I will definitely get back to you. And thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.